3, 2, 1, action!
I'm going to state.
Well, I only know Peyton Manning. I don't know very many of the other players. I like the guy who has the last name Forte, just because it sounds kind of cool.
I think they're a good football team.
How good do you think my team is? You think I have a pretty good team?
Yeah.
Well, they sound pretty good.
I helped Buddy out as much as I could with the trade, but we'll see how much it does for his team.
Well, I put in layman's terms. They suck.
For double bogey 7, one lost.
I'd like to see him play Denver.
Another one in the hazard.
See how they do.
I think it's kind of ironic that he has Aaron Rodgers because last I checked he didn't like Green Bay, but maybe he's realizing that he's a cheesehead at heart.
Oh, they've got a ways to go.
Well, Peyton Manning's the only one that I really know, so I'd have to probably go with him.
Can you listen again?
Joshua, now you're going to be talking about my football team. I'll tell you a few of the players that are on the team, okay? And you tell me which one's your favorite. Okay.
Can I call out their numbers? What is the names again?
Let's see. I got Robert Griffin III.
Robert Griffin III.
Okay.
Because I think I know one of the numbers that's the favorite that I like.
Ray Rice, and he's my man. We go way back. Go way back.
Eli all the way.
Andrew Luck, he's my man. We go back even further.
It's hard to not like Calvin Johnson with as good as he's doing. Had something like 300 yards today.
Kaepernick.
Back to Bite, Allison.
I only know Sean Moreno because I kind of like the name.
To Suzanne.
Sounds like no show.
My favorite player on his team is the Bucs defense.
My man Drew Brees, because, you know, I got him on my fantasy team.
I don't have the least favorite. I pull for all of them.
I think I'll go for number 8. If there is a number 8, tell me if there is a number 8. Stevan Jackson. Do you have like one of the backup players that if somebody's like out of the game, they like if somebody's hurt, they put a new player in.
Ray Rice. Ray Rice. We go way back. We have issues. You know what they are, Ray.
Yeah, is there like a number 8 on one of those backup player teams?
Andrew Luck. Yeah. That was a guy, right?
Ben Tate. Who is he really, you know?
Least favorite player, I'm going to go with Pierre Garçon because he's just not really making anything happen. Hasn't really been that big of a weapon for RG3 as he should have been or could have been. RG3 is doing everything he can, but there's not a team around him, so.
Kaepernick.
Contention.
I don't like Matthew Stafford. I've never liked Matthew Stafford.
Doug Martin, because he's injured.
Who is your least favorite player on this team?
Oh, everyone else.
Well, any team can fail if they don't put their heart and soul into it. But probably if he's throwing well and calling the plays well, they can probably succeed.
My favorite kind of penguin is the emperor penguins because they're the largest penguin. Because if you have too much, then all of them will get too, because they can't fit in the thing. And then if you have too much, then the team will not be able to fit in the stadium.
Excellent.
Spenser should not feel bad. Is that right? Because, you know, he did what was best for him. Moving back, you know, talking about what he felt in his heart. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Way back when I was with Ray Rice, Andrew Luck, we knew, you know. It's all about what happens on the street.
I'd say 23, 24 possibly. So, you know, just the average.
I think so. Alright. Buddy and I have this little thing we have where we do a trade every year, and this is only the second year. Once you do it twice, it's every time. Where we do a trade, and that trade propels us to have such a great finish to our season that we go to the championship game against each other. Last year it involved Brady and Gore and Johnson, Andre and Chris, and that sent us to the championship game. And this year it was just, what's his face? It was Ridley for, who the hell did I get? It was Ridley for Tony Gonzalez. Not as blockbuster of a deal, but still gonna send us to the championship game just as much as it did last year. This league belongs to myself and Buddy, although I did just look at how well I'm doing this week, and like, my highest score was probably my kicker. So, I think it's going to send Buddy to the championship game. I'm catching up with my record of 2-6.
From what I've seen so far, I don't think so.
Yes, there's been a
I think
few
it sounds like a
fallen foul,
conflict
but
of
we'll
interest to
see.
me. What's the commissioner doing with his own team?
That short putt was
He's probably going to end with close to 1,000 yards. Whereas his opponent, that guy, will probably have under 626.5 yards.
More to motivation. Devotive and Asian.
In my opinion, Don't Touch My Bushrod is coming in at number 10. If this team were a car, at best, you're looking at a Yugo.
For quarterback, Steve is coming in number 99.
This week, Foster Kids is coming in at number 8, and if this team were a video game, it would be Sonic the Lost World, because it had everything going for it. It had the looks to be a great game, but in reality it was a pile of crap. You heard it here first, as quoted by Rick Strawbridge, because I don't know that much about video games.
If this quarterback was a Lightning, it would be. If this team was a race car, it would be Lightning McQueen.
Good job.
Throw in the terrible towel is coming in at number 7. And if this team were a shoe, it would be Crocs, because they're ugly.
Breck Strawbridge is coming in at number 6, and if his team were the devil, he would be doing perfect.
The Great Sanchino is coming in at number 5. And if this team was a math equation, it would be... I didn't come up with something, I told you that.
Oh, okay, I thought you said you did.
The Great Sanchino is coming in at number 5. And if this team was a book, it would be 50 Shades of Grey.
Coughlin sucks, and so does Eli. They're coming in at number 4. If this team were a song, it'd be a hit.
The name of this team is Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil is coming at number 3. If this team was a penguin, it would be an emperor penguin.
Eli takes man out of Manning, coming in at number 2. If Denzel Washington was manning this train, it would be unstoppable.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy is coming in at number 1. And if this team were a whale, it would be the biggest fish in the sea. This has been week 7 of the Power Rankings, brought to you by Lakeland.
Take 3. Action. How do you say it again? I like the Florida Gators the best. How long would it take to do this?
Tell us why. And you're going to say one more thing. You're going to say, this has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland.
What? I don't know. Wait, what?
That's butterfly.
7 Power Rankings brought to you by Florida 7. Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland. So I do it.
Yeah, just splicing at it, you know.
A different watch. Bye.
That's funny.
This has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland. Oh yeah.
That was funny. I stink at anything sports related.
That's why it's funny.
I'm answering questions on Mario and they're deep intellectual questions. I got it wrong the first time. Okay. A good looking team that actually sucks. I'm gonna.
Also, this has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland. That's all I got.
Go with your heart. Go with your heart.
This has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland.
If this team was a song, it would be Wrecking Ball.
Wrecking Ball is an awful song. Be a Gordon Lightfoot song. Been the Week 7 Power Rankings.
The Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and some of the nation's largest corporations. Irving hosts the HP Byron.
You may think I said rankings, but I meant rankings.
Kathleen Lakeland game, come on. Remember the year we went to that and just about froze to death?
And it was like
You were wearing a t-shirt,
it was.
and all I had was a windbreaker.
Brought to you by Lakeland.
Watching the action as Suzanne Pedersen putts for birdie at 17 coming up.
This has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you from Lakeland.
This has been the Week 7 Power Ratings brought to you by Lakeland. Rankings.
Animation.
This has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland.
What you see is what you get.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got LPGA to watch.
You're doing like bloopers because this is the best.
Eli takes man out of Manning. Coming at number 2.
Go back and forth between them. Okay. Eli takes man out of Manning.
It's so hard because the words are
Yeah,
so
they're very
close together.
similar. Yeah.
Eli takes man out of Manning.
Okay, go.
Okay. This has been the Week 7 Power Rankings brought to you by Lakeland.
Okay, cut.